So if you felt like Dogecoin should have had a stronger rally today, you are in fact correct. So let's look at how aggressive shorts got today to try and kill the momentum. So if we look here, this is all volume from today, starting at around. Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the recent rally that we've seen in the market and also the upward movement that we saw in Dogecoin, but why Dogecoin didn't actually necessarily go to its full potential that it did today. And I'm also going to discuss what we can do about it. So if you're looking at the charts here, I want to show you here on a micro level first. Let's try the 5-day. So we're going to see here that, so I'm going to try the 3-month. We're going to see here that if you look back, this spike here is the Tesla merch rally announcement by Elon. So pretty much he announced this, and then we had shorts come in to pretty much kill the momentum, and it concluded here of our double top roughly to give us around like that 21, 22 cents barrier. And then we had the downward movement. We had confirmation here, and we had the downward movement. And it looks like they're trying to have somewhat of a similar pattern here. I'm gonna go ahead and circle it with this 12 and a half, 12.2 range here. Looks like they're trying to recreate this movement to get some more downward trajectory. So pretty much we need to hit roughly around like 13.8 to break the trend here of the lower highs. We have broken trend as far as for the downward movement, but we're almost there. And I believe today, if the shorts hadn't come in, we would have been able to break this, but we're going to take a look at this in a moment and also see what we can do to prevent this from going forward. So if you felt like Dogecoin should have had a stronger rally today, you are in fact correct. So let's look at how aggressive shorts got today to try and kill the momentum. So if we look here, this is all volume from today, starting at around, let's just say 8 a.m., right around market opening. We see this massive spike in shorts at around 9:25. We have a cool off at around 10. Then they get more aggressive at around 11:40, and then we have peak aggression at around like 12:40 p.m. And then they pretty much start to have some sideways movement, but overall they're still up from the beginning of today. And as you can see, this lateral approach of them getting more and more aggressive as the market started to trend upward and the volume started to build. And this is pretty much common when you have people that are short a company, or they simply hate the company, they don't want it to, succeed. Companies, cryptos, it's all the same. We see this movement. We've seen this movement several times over the last few years. And when we have these types of movements, they're going to be really aggressive early on because they do not want momentum to get away from them or have people start piling into the coin. And then when you have people who are either like frustrated or they don't know how to research things like this, they'll say, oh, something's wrong with the coin's dead. And they'll typically give up or they won't even buy into the coin anymore. So I'm just here to tell you that Dogecoin is not dead, but it is being manipulated. So what we have here is a double top. It's simply them trying to recreate a double top. But technically speaking, if you look down here toward the bottom, you'll see these red and green candles, and you'll see how they're really low as we get to here. Technically speaking, when they're low, they're going to be able to take control of the coin much easier than we see like those bigger short positions that they had to take back in like January, February for the Tesla merge announcement. And we can look at examples like with Elon, even with Tesla, when shorts tried to pretty much destroy Tesla, and he ended up costing them $40 billion because of people going long on Tesla. We've seen it recently with companies like GameStop. We've seen the AMC push. We've seen Volkswagen in the past. So the way you handle any type of shorts when they come into the coin at a position against you is going to be through volume. And the reason we need utility in these catalysts as well is because this is the way that we're going to have sustainable volume to literally destroy the people who don't want Dogecoin to succeed. You can see the aggression anytime there's any positive movement in Dogecoin. You can see the aggression by the short sellers. And this is also really important as far as why we need to focus on utility so that we're not just depending on catalysts and hype to propel the coin. Because what will happen is if there's a moment where there isn't hype or a catalyst that's upwardly propelling the coin, that'll make the coin just vulnerable to things like this when we have general market movement and people coming in and spreading cash throughout the market, and the market is trending upward. And you have the people that are coming in and say, oh, wait, no, okay, let's kill the momentum of Dogecoin because we don't need people piling back into this. And this is something that we'll see. What we've seen today, we'll see them say, okay, well, we need to be aggressive with Dogecoin. Let's try and kill it. Wait, okay, still a lot of buys coming in, and they literally just keep stepping it up until they get a pretty much like a break even in the momentum and start getting it to turn sideways again, or get that momentum down to consolidate. This is something that we've seen over and over again in multiple companies, in multiple cryptos, but more specifically in Dogecoin, just because of the momentum and stuff that it had last year. And a lot of these famous people, a lot of these, I'll just say big stock investors, these big wigs, they come in and say, hey, we hate the coin. We're just going to short it, and we don't believe that it has a rightful place like in top 10 or as the internet cryptocurrency for whatever reason. They have their reasons to hating a coin. So we're going to have to focus on utility to beat these short positions and ultimately propel Dogecoin forward. This is going to be that we're going to have sustainable utility and be able to push back against these shorts, because they're not going to go away, and you're not going to do this with you're not going to hype your way past shorts unless we have like market dominance or something like what we did last year. And I do believe that the market has spread out so vastly that you're not going to have that market dominance again until Dogecoin starts running. And then of course, once it starts running, that creates FOMO, and then people will jump in. But the shorts know that, so that's why you see this aggression early on to prevent such a thing. So because they don't want to lose money in these positions. So this is something that we're going to have to focus on, keep pushing for these companies like McDonald's, Starbucks, these international, these large companies, to be able to give people an outlet to use Dogecoin and to have it for utility, so that we have a basis of transactions and momentum and purchases going on in the coin at all times, so that the volume doesn't get this low, and it's not relatively easy for them to short the coin and take control of the direction that it's flowing. Dogecoin is not dead. It is simply being manipulated, and they're still trying to control the coin and get a downward movement in it again as well, by trying to form a second double top and trying to get it to trend downward. So again, not dead, just being manipulated. Going forward, I believe the community as a whole needs to focus on utility and not just hype. And I think that will do the coin justice, regardless of what's going on in the macro of the economy, regardless of what's going on with inflation, and certainly regardless of what's going on with shorts. I believe that in itself will give Dogecoin what it needs to not only survive long term, but also grow into the place that the Dogecoin community believes that it can go. If you found value in this video, like the video, share the video with a friend. Don't forget to leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and check out BlockFi as well. If you open an account with them, you can get up to $250 on some of your favorite crypto, and that's including Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Until next time.